Good afternoon, you guys. Let me share it out because I guess the notification didn't go out because people slow coming in, honey. They slow coming in. But thank you to the people who are here, and let's go ahead. I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna share this out, and then we're gonna get started. We're not gonna be here. Um, I'm a little early today too, so maybe that's throwing people off. I'm a little early today. I'm a little early. How's everybody doing? Hey Dominique, what's up, y'all? Hey Zara, what's up to my members in the room? Got members in the room. Hey Xavier. I'll tell you, I was just getting ready to tell the people that they need to head on over when we get done. Not now. Not right now. But when we get done, y'all need to head on over to El Teddy's channel. If you watch David Makes Man, he did a really, really good interview this afternoon with the adult David and the adult JG. And last week he interviewed the child Saren. I'm saying that because I don't remember all these people's names. I don't want to be disrespectful to the actors. Y'all know I'll fuck up a name. So, but it was a good interview. Got some great insight, nice conversation. So y'all go check it out when we get done. Don't go now. When we get done, okay? And it's if you should all of y'all should already be subscribed to El Teddy, but if you're not, El Teddy 27, the link is on my community wall. So let's get into some things. First of all, I want to thank Sir James for the Cash App. Every once in a while, he blesses me and tells me to treat myself to lunch. So he blessed me today. Thank you so much. Yesterday, I believe. So thank you so much for the Cash App. It is much appreciated. And I want to thank C Golden, who is not in here, and Tracy Chappelle, who I do not see either. So I'm a mods. Please remind me to say it again when they're in the room. Who ordered some things off of my wish list. I'm gonna do a video when it's all over said and done. But like that stuff came quickly. That stuff came very, very quickly. Don't tell you what to do. What I just did. So I want to thank you guys for they sent some Lysol, they sent some microbands, some wipes. Um, what else was in there? Microban wipes, Lysol, and something else. It was something else. So thank you guys. I do have the link. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't pin it. Let me pin it. I do have the link for the wish list. It is pinned at the top. If you would like to donate to my classroom for this school year, the majority of my wish list this school year are just PPE supplies for myself. And again, whatever I have extra, I will be passing on to my colleagues. We'll talk a little bit more about this on the Teacher Project 2.0 as it relates to what supplies teachers are getting. We've talked about going back to school. We talked about what that looks like. But I don't think the other side of this, and this is something that every educator knows, we are very limited in what resources we are given. Most teachers, I ain't even gonna say most, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say all teachers spend their own money on basic supplies. I'm not talking about the cute fancy stuff because you want your classroom to be real pretty. That kind of stuff we ain't talking about. I'm talking about pens, notebook paper, folders, okay, notebooks for the students. Um, I've not gonna I ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole again. El Teddy, maybe we can add that to our agenda for our next teacher project. Just the things that we have purchased out of our own pocket. I mean, I used to keep washcloths and soap in my, I would have a Ziploc bag. I had a kit. It was like a Ziploc bag with washcloth, like get the little cheap washcloths from the dollar store, little cheap bars of soap from the dollar store. But I taught middle school for 10 years, and that is that transition period, okay? And that is when they start smelling and don't know they smelling. That's when they start growing hair. That's when women young ladies start their menstruals and boys do what they do. So there are times when those types of things are necessary. I used to keep snacks in my room. Hey Tracy, thank you so much. I don't know if you saw I put on the community wall. Thank you so much for your gift. I did receive it today. The gifts you purchased off my Amazon list, it is much appreciated. Much appreciated. Miami, I was gonna call you Miami, and I know your name is Mia, baby. You sent me some wipes. It says it was delivered yesterday. I forwarded you the tracking info. Okay, then. Okay, I did get. Okay, so I assumed it was the same person, so I apologize. Mia, thank you. I got the wipes. I thought it was the same because I got a box of microban. Isn't that what it's called? Microban. And then I got the wipes. So thank you. So I'll post that as well. Thank you so much for your gift. It is much appreciated. And I'll make sure that I post that as well. So I didn't even look. That's my fault. I shouldn't have assumed that it was the same person. Because Sea Golden, it came the same day as Sea Golden. So I shouldn't have assumed it was the same thing. So my bad. But thank you so much. And I will make sure that I post that on my community wall like I did Sea Golden and Tracy. Thank you so much. Tracy, I covered up your first name because even though those of us in the tribe know who you are and you're under your legal name, I don't know who else be seeing my community wall. Everybody ain't need to know your whole name. So I covered up your first name. So that's why I did that on purpose so that your government name wouldn't just be floating around like that. I'm listening from, hey, Brianna, from the bushes because these kids got me running around all day. But I just wanted to say, well, that's okay. Thank you for being here. I ain't seen you in a while. Good to see you, girl. Wow, I always thought the schools gave teachers the money to decorate their classroom and have supplies. No, Christian, no. Now, I will say this. When I first started teaching, my first maybe 3 years teaching, as part of the union negotiated, um, no, that's a lie. I'm going to tell y'all a lie. My first year teaching, I got $100 gift card to a teacher store. It was a teacher store in the area. But that was something that the union had negotiated, and it was only for the first year teachers. So I did get $100 gift card my very first year teaching. And then I think my second year teaching, I might have got a $50 gift card. And maybe I want to say like maybe my first 3 years teaching, I did get a $50 gift card to Staples the second year. The first year was to a teacher. It was to a actual teacher store, and I think the second year it was. But again, that was what the union had negotiated. They didn't do that out of the kindness of their heart. That was something the union they negotiated with the union. No, it's okay, Mia. Thank you. No, I did get it. I did get it. What's up, Gigi Jones? I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, babes. They gave you nothing but an empty classroom and textbooks. I know that's right. Listen, let me tell y'all something, and I ain't gonna go. Listen, we're gonna have this. We're gonna say this. We're gonna put a pin in this, and y'all meet us over on the Teacher Project 2.0. We're gonna finish this conversation. But let me explain to you that a teacher will spend more than $100 the first week of school. I mean, just getting basic supplies. I'm talking about, again, basic supplies. You can, I mean, how many people have gone into Staples and spent $50 before you know it? You went in there to get one thing and you came out, you didn't already spent $50. Okay, well, pretend like you're a teacher and just think about what you see in a teacher's classroom. But anyway, moving on, because I could do that all day. So thank y'all for those of you who have donated, and it is much appreciated. And what grade do I teach? I teach high school. The majority of my students are ninth graders, and then I have one 12th grade class. And I just found out today that I'm going to have an 11th grade class, but that's another conversation. But I teach high school. So let's jump into this. Couple of odds and ends for us to talk about before we jump into the girls are fighting, honey. The girls are fighting. We got a couple of girl fights today. Dang, I'm a college student and my outlook has changed on teachers watching your channel. So much respect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed, that you're learning something and that you're enjoying. And I appreciate that because I think a lot of people make assumptions about teachers. It's a lot of rhetoric out there about us and child. So thank you. I'm glad that you received that. So Delta Airlines notifies the employees about a $200 monthly increase to their health insurance premiums if they do not get the vaccine. Zara, I saw your question. What is the tribe's name? I never gave us a name. I just always called us the tribe. I don't know. Maybe we can have a contest about that. I don't know. I never thought about it. So think about that? Delta Airlines said, listen, you don't want to get the shot? Fine. We're gonna add a $200 onto your health insurance premium if you don't get it. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? You're interviewing for Delta, let you get that child. You better. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Listen, I was having this conversation with my cousin Saturday. My cousin is a contractor he works for, and it's funny because his company is actually working on the school where I work now. They're doing some work to the school. And my cousin said that, and he worked with a whole lot of down home country boys. Y'all read between the lines. And basically my school, the CEO of my school, they call the head of our school, they call him a CEO. They don't call her a superintendent, but it's the same position. She said that, all teachers, all employees have to be vaccinated. And I didn't realize that extended to contractors. And he said that they got a letter last week saying, "What's up, little baby?" They got a letter last week saying, um, basically they probably gonna all have to be vaccinated by October, because right now, they're kind of okay right now. But if many more of people that they contract to put this policy in place, it's gonna probably extend to contractors because you're in the buildings. Like, the whole purpose of that is to try to stop anything from spreading within the building. So if you're going to be in the building working, and he was saying how a lot of the people working with him who've been working with this company 20 and 30 years are talking about quitting and retiring. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Until I saw your screen border, I didn't know if you were Native American, African, or mixed tribe. No, El Teddy made that for me. He made my overlay. It's just I told him I wanted a tribal print. So it's not to anything specific, and I hope nobody finds it disrespectful. It's not to anybody specific, any tribe specific. Keep it cute. I don't blame them. Hey, Pinky Tiki, how you doing? Hey, China White, hey, babes. So yeah, I said, I thought about that, and I said, more and more employers are going to probably move to that. Um, if they can't outright say you have to get the vaccine, they're going to come up with other ways to try to force people to do it or force them to quit. I know that. I mean, I'm sure that it's legal because people's premiums are higher if they're a smoker. People's premiums are higher if they're overweight. People's premiums are higher if certain things run in their family. Like, it happens. It absolutely happens. For a company, they have underwriting comes in and they look over all of that. They look over their policies, they look over the employees and what the employees have on their policies. They look at all of those things, and then they come up with they quote these company a price. Now, of course, the bigger companies, because of course they have more employees, all of that takes into account. But when I worked for the nonprofit, that was something that, they came in, and we had a couple of my staff was mainly women. The majority of us were women, and about 3 of the women on our staff had breast cancer. And that played a part when it was time for them to look at other insurance companies, because they were looking to try to get a cheaper rate. And so that played a part when they looked at all of the people on our staff, and they looked at what the other insurance companies had to pay over the years for different things. It played a part. Now, I don't know how much they can legally say that. I don't know what they can legally say, but it was pretty obvious what the issue was. You know what I'm saying? Now that it's been FDA approved, I see more companies mandating it. That's true. Now the big thing is going to be about boosters. We had a town hall meeting the other night with our CEO, and we were told by our county that they're not facilitating boosters. So we just have to kind of follow the information. And because when they made the vaccine available to us, we were like put on that first list, that first rollout. We teachers were at the top of the priority list. We're not the top, but we were on the priority list. But she's saying that for the booster, we're not. It's going to basically be up to us to find where it's being given and sign up and do all of that. So that's going to kind of be on us. But I think most people at this point, if you got the first one and you didn't really have no side effects or no issues, I don't think nobody has a problem really doing the booster. My job sent out a notice last month. Vaccination is due by October 31st, and they will not pay unemployment if you choose to leave. Ooh, people won't take a vaccine that could save their life, but they're willing to risk it all with some damn craze. Child, that damn crate. Listen, that damn crate challenge. First of all, I didn't know it was that hard to walk up no damn milk crates. Now, I'm not going to find out because I ain't doing it. But why is it so hard to walk up milk crates? Are they that unstable? I didn't know it was that hard to walk up milk crates. And who the hell came up with this idea? Like, listen, but for the fact that we got this new little Delta running around, child, everybody need to go back to work and go back to school because y'all have way too much time on your hands. And y'all see now where stores like Walmart and Target got all the crates in the front of the store so that you can get them real easily because they know what's going on with the crate challenge. They know everybody buying the damn crate challenge. I mean, buying these crates for the crate challenge. Y'all see that? See how they be capitalizing off y'all pain? Milk crates are very flimsy. You worked in the grocery store. Okay. I think the majority of the employers are going to require vaccination somehow in the next. I think we talked about this before. I think this is going to be something. I would say within a couple of years, it's going to be part of your normal vaccine regimen. It's going to be I think that I don't know if they're going to find a vaccine that they are comfortable giving to kids younger than 12. But as of right now, let's just assume that it all stays the same. I'd be willing to guess that probably within the next 2 to 3, and I don't even think it's going to take that long, but the next 2 to 3 years, all kids turning 12 years old, that is going to be a mandatory vaccination to go to school. Just like there are other things that you have to have before you come to school, and there's certain booster shots you have to get before you can enroll your child in a school. I promise you, I feel like that's going to be on the list. You want to try Young, Rich, Skinny? Well, please make sure you tape it and send it to me. Okay. Tape it and send it to me because I want to see you do the milk crate challenge, honey. Okay. So that's that, y'all. That's what's going on with that. Peter Thomas, honey. Y'all know Peter Thomas. The Real Housewife of Atlanta, Peter Thomas, is accused of bouncing paychecks to his employees because allegedly his bank accounts have been seized by the IRS. Y'all, listen. Okay, Xavier, I did look at it yesterday. I'm going to check it out. Listen. If you went to public school, exactly, Tracy. If you went to public school, you'd have had all the shots. Listen. There are certain people I ain't never going to work for. It's just certain people I ain't never going to work for. Because you know that their reputation precedes them as it relates to being able to open and maintain a viable business. Peter Thomas has had more businesses close. Why y'all working for this man? Why are y'all working for this man? This lady done put him on blast down to the social media, posting the bounce checks that her daughter worked for him. 3 bounce checks, and they all added up to less than $550. So she probably was just a server, and she worked mainly off of her tips. If she got 3 paychecks and they all add up to less than $550, she better just be a server, okay? Because if that's not it, then that's a whole nother problem for a whole nother day. Why the hell you still working for this man if you got 3 paychecks and they all added up to less than $550? That's a whole nother conversation. But why y'all still working for Peter Thomas? At a certain point, you just got to blame yourself. At a certain point, you just got to say, that was me. My bad. My bad. At a certain point, you just got to say, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did watch Beverly Hills. I did. We didn't do a live. I'm not doing a live review tonight. You know, I gotta go back to work in the morning, so I have to be up tomorrow morning at like 6 o'clock. So that's why I came on early tonight because I wanted to give y'all. I told you I didn't think I was gonna go live today, but I was able to go, so I'm going live today. I'm pretty certain I won't be here tomorrow though. I'm about 95% sure I won't be live tomorrow. Um, because after work I have a Zoom meeting and then I have something to do tomorrow night. And like I said, so that's probably it. Got to get up early. We in the same boat. Yeah, I got to get out of here in the morning. So, and I have to be at work by 7:50. So, yeah. So I want to still get y'all some videos out tonight, and so that's why you watch another YouTuber whose channel he goes on sometimes, and Peter seemed like a nice guy. Yeah, I mean he may be a nice guy, and you know, listen, you can be a nice guy all you want, and still not be able to add and subtract. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I don't know, you know. He seemed like he had a good thing going with Bar One. He ended up opening up 3 locations. He got one in Florida, Atlanta, Charlotte. I think the one in Florida is in Miami. But it seems like I don't know. Far be it for me to tell somebody what they doing right or doing wrong. But clearly, he don't have the right people helping him with his books or something. Yeah, nice man, bad businessman. There you go. And he does seem like a nice guy. I know that man. But I know I wouldn't want to work for him because this ain't the first business that he done had closed. Because I think at one point, and Abby, correct me if I'm wrong. I think at one point, Bar One in Charlotte had closed. It's I know it's back open now, but at one point it had closed for something, and then it's back open. But I know he ended up with 3 locations with Bar One, so it seemed like it was a successful business that he was branching out. He had 3 locations, right? But clearly so but here's the thing. He seems to have a good vision for business, but maybe not the best execution on the business side. So maybe he might need to be the person that he just handles the front end and he needs to hire the right people to handle the back end. And maybe that's why. Listen, Cynthia was suing her for her money, honey. Maybe that's why she was coming after her money because maybe she knew something we ain't know, honey. Maybe she saw something coming. But yeah, honey, Peter bouncing paychecks down to the Bar One, y'all. He bouncing the paychecks. Venus and Serena Williams, and I think Roger Federer have all pulled out of the U.S. Open, but which is a bad, on a sad note. But on a positive note, the U.S. Open is going to offer quiet rooms and more mental health resources. So at least it seems like that the U.S. Open is listening to people as it relates to what is going on with the mental health and the sport of tennis. And so, listen, you can appreciate that. We can appreciate that. I honestly thought the restaurant in Miami was doing good to where he wasn't having any more money problems. But that's what I'm saying. I know that the one in Charlotte was doing well. I have friends in Charlotte and they said it was always packed when they went down to the Bar One in Charlotte. So I know, and I know you can't. I know that's not the. I know you can't always tell by that whether a business is doing well or not, because if you can have a packed house, but if you're buying high end whatever, and you're not buying the most cost efficient supplies, and people are stealing out the register, and you know what I mean, like it's a lot of different reasons why something can look packed and still not be successful. So definitely, yeah, I agree, it's definitely a step in the right direction. We know it's not the only thing, but I feel like unlike Wimbledon, it was Wimbledon and it was maybe the French Open, but don't quote me. They didn't just totally say, "Oh well, this is how we've always done it. We're gonna keep doing it like that." The U.S. Open is saying, "Okay, we hear you," I feel like they've talked to some people for them to for them to say we're gonna put a quiet room and we're gonna have some other resources in place. I can appreciate that. Yes, Serena pulled out because she still has that injury that she got at was it the Olympics? No, she pulled out from the Olympics because of the injury. Or was it anyway, the injury she got at Wimbledon. It was Wimbledon. She said that she listened to her coaches. She's not ready. Basically, she wanted to do the US Open. Her body's not ready. And so she's listening to her coaches. And then Venus put up a video today. I didn't watch the whole video, so I'm not gonna tell y'all I know why. But she pulled out, and Roger Federer, I think he got hurt at Wimbledon too. I think he got injured at Wimbledon. So yeah, the U.S. Open is losing some marquee names, but they'll be all right. The U.S. Open, I enjoy the U.S. Open, and that's actually I have friends who, matter of fact, best friend. Y'all know my best friend, Lang Lang. Y'all have seen him before. He's going to the U.S. Open. He's actually going, and that was a bucket list for him. So I'm happy for him that he's able to go. That was something that was on his bucket list. So. Now, here's an interesting one. We're going to do this, and then we're going to get into these girls fighting hunting. Lil Nas X. Tony Hawk. Y'all know who Tony Hawk is? Tony Hawk is the skateboarder, white guy. He made skateboarding, like, he didn't make it popular, but he sort of, like, took it to another level in, like, the 90s. He's got the video games, the X Games, all that stuff. He commentated the skateboard competition at the Olympics. This was the first year that the Olympics was a medal. You could win a gold medal in the Olympics for skateboarding, and he was a commentator for that. Y'all know that guy, Tony Hawk. So Tony Hawk, guess what, y'all? Tony Hawk has a new skateboard coming out. Guess what? Guess what's on the skateboard, y'all? Guess what's on the skateboard? Y'all want to guess? The skateboard has painting on it in Tony Hawk's blood. Wow. Let me read this to you. It's a drop of human blood. It's actually called a blood infused skateboard. So Lil Nas X tweeted this out. Now that Tony Hawk has released skateboards with his blood painted on them, and there was no public outrage, are y'all ready to admit y'all were never actually upset over the blood in the shoes, and maybe you were mad for some other reason? What do y'all think? Now, I will say this. I will say this. I think that there's not a real I think there's a comparison to be made. That's not what I meant to say. There is a comparison to be made. However, Lil Nas, there is some slight differences. And I'm going to say this. Because you had a whole video with you giving the devil a lap dance to go along with them shoes. Okay? They called the shoes the Satan shoes, or the word, the shoes had the word Satan in the name of the shoes. Okay? And they had a whole 666 somewhere on the shoe. Now, with that being said, it still doesn't change the fact that ain't nobody heard nothing about Tony Hawk putting blood, using his own blood up on his skateboards. Ain't nobody said nothing about that. He's right about that. He is absolutely correct about that. But there isn't, I won't say that there's a line by line comparison because there are some differences, Lil Nas. Let's be clear. You know that there's some differences. But I do think it was a pentagram. Okay, thank you. It was a pentagram. But I do think that there is a conversation to be had. I thought Nike dismissed the shoes. Tony Hawk has a partnership and goes to building skate parks. Um, the shoe was never a partnership with Nike. It was never, it was a company that basically decorated Nike shoes. Um yeah, the demonic influences had a lot to do with it, with the backlash, but so did the blood. I'm not understanding this trend of using blood in merchandise. Yeah, now that, let's just start there. Why are we using blood anyway? Like why? Like why did Tony Hawk feel the need to use his blood? The same reason why the people who did the shoes, the Lil Nas X shoes, why they feel the need. I don't see no need either way. But I do find it interesting though that nobody had nothing to say. But I do not think that it is a line by line comparison. Now I'm gonna say that I don't think it's a line by line comparison. Okay. All right. Let's get into this with the girls. The girls are fighting, y'all. Let's get into the girls are fighting. Okay. All right. Let me pick up with these. Let's go on to talk about these two. Candace Owens sued for $20 million after alleging ex GOP congressional candidate Kimberly Clacklick, whatever the woman name is, was a strip club madam who used campaign funds for cocaine. Listen, y'all. Y'all. Y'all, I want to care. I want to care. But I don't. I don't. And I'm going to tell you why I don't care. When you see two snakes fighting, do you break it up? Or do you just let the two snakes fight and whoever wins just win? Like, I don't. Y'all, these two. I, so this is what had happened, right? From my understanding, this is how it all started. Both of them are GOP Trump supporting conservatives that don't seem to identify with being black, even though they are. Okay, let's just start there. We already know Candace Owens is. If y'all not familiar with Kim K, I'm just calling Kim K because I don't keep messing up her last name. She actually ran for Elijah Cummings' seat here. Well, I'm not here. I'm not in Baltimore, but in Baltimore. She ran against Kwesi Mfume, who used to be the president of the NAACP, right? Clearly, she lost miserably. But a lot of her campaign ads, like the one campaign ad of hers that went viral was Black lives don't matter to the Democrats. And she went on this whole spiel. Uh, she went on this whole spiel in her campaign and anybody that would give her an interview about how that part of Baltimore had been so depleted. And even though everybody loved Elijah Cummings, he did a horrible job. And she walked, she had this very famous campaign ad of her walking through this down, this real dilapidated, neighborhood in Baltimore. And, and that. And like I said, needless to say, We know she didn't win, child. She didn't win. Um, but in the interim, she did gain some national attention. Like I said, the campaign ad went viral, and like she was even on The View. I remember her being on The View, right? So that's her claim to fame, right? Then we know Candace Owens. I ain't going to listen. If y'all don't know who Candace Owens is by now, just Google her. I'm not doing her. I'm not entertaining it. Okay. So there's that. So it looks like this whole thing started back in June when Candace Owens tweeted something out about Juneteenth become a federal holiday. Of course, she said something nasty about it. Kim responded and said something, um, and she said something about it as well. And I feel like both of them said something nasty about Juneteenth, about black people having a slave mentality and letting go. I'm just paraphrasing, y'all. I'm trying to find the article that I want to read from. That's why I keep looking down, y'all. I had it right here and I done lost it. But somehow or another they got into a Twitter beef, and I'm thinking, y'all on the same side. What y'all fighting about? Y'all are on the same side. Why y'all fighting? But somehow or another, honey, they done got to fighting down to the Twitter. And then at a certain point, I think Kim ended up blocking Candace on Twitter. And Candace decided that she was going to dox. Y'all know that term dox down here on YouTube. They use it all the time. They dox. So she started calling all around Baltimore, asking all of Kim's friends and family, um, anybody that would tell her a story about what Kim used to do and how Kim used to grow up and all the things that went into Kim's childhood. So then that is when Kim said, imagine you trying to call all around Baltimore and get dirt on me, and imagine my friends not telling me that you reached out to them. So this thing been going on since like June, okay? Well, Candace even invited Kim on her online show. She has a online show, And Kim was like, "Ain't nobody going on your pre-recorded show because you can edit and make me look like a fool. I'm not doing that with you. If me and you gonna sit down and talk, it's gonna be live. So nothing can be edited, nothing can be manipulated. If I'm gonna talk to you, we're gonna have a live conversation." And of course, Candace don't want to have no live conversation with Kim. So somewhere along them lines, Candace then went on her public platform and said that she had proof of Kim's illicit history and background, and went on to speak about this woman being a scripper and a drug addict. Okay. So Kim in turn hit that woman with a 20 million, I don't know why I can't find what I'm looking for, y'all, dollar lawsuit. Hold on. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I hate when I do that. I hate when I think it's on one website, but then it's really on a whole different website that I ain't looking at. Hold on. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm on the wrong website. I think I am. I think I was. I was. I absolutely was on the wrong website. So let me read this to y'all because I was trying to paraphrase, but let me read this to y'all. Back in June, controversial political commentator Candace Owens got into it with Kimberly. Yeah. Like Candace, Kim is a conservative black woman who supported Donald Trump. She is most known, I just said that. However, there appears to be some bad blood between them, and it started over a Juneteenth tweet. I said that. Okay, yeah, I said all of this. I said all of this. Now, we've talked about this before. It is very, very hard to prove slander because what you have to prove is that a person knew that they were purposefully spreading false information about you. For her to hit that woman with that type of a lawsuit, I feel like that she feels like she's got enough proof that she can prove that Candace Owens said these things on her public platform knowing that they were false. Xavier. Now she was down. Hey, Cams. Hey, baby. Now she was down in the valley where the girls get naked. Okay. So I feel like that she feels like Candace ain't got that kind of money. I mean, Candace probably got a good little piece of change, but she ain't got that kind. I don't think so. Because let's not forget that she got to pay lawyers to defend her, and that don't even have nothing to do with her losing. So now I don't know where this is going, and I just be perfectly honest with y'all. I don't really give a fuck. I just don't care. But I'm just thinking to myself, y'all are on the same side. Why y'all fighting each other? Y'all on the same side. Like I could see if they got into it with Tamron Hall or they got into it with Joy Reid or like y'all on the same side. Why are y'all fighting each other? It ain't but so many of y'all over there. It ain't but so many young black that hard right child. And that's exactly what she probably gonna get, Cams. She gonna probably get a nice little out of court settlement, child. For a couple, for a good little, it's gonna probably be a good little piece of change, though. It's gonna probably be a good little piece of change. And it's interesting because I know Kim is gonna end up. She's gonna run again. She ain't going nowhere. She's gonna run again, child. I was just sitting here like, don't even make no sense. Anyway, so those girls is fighting. Then we have Candace Dillard Bassett from the Real Housewives of Potomac. She done got into it with Jemele Hill. Now, if y'all don't know who Jemele Hill is formerly of ESPN. She does her own thing now. Very outspoken commentator, right? But she said so. Jemele Hill said that she been binge watching the Real Housewives of Potomac from last season. She said that's her summer. That's been her summer. Pleasure, and she's been binge watching it. Y'all, let me tell y'all what she has said. It was funny. Okay. She said, clearly, grown women fighting is a terrible look, but is it blame on both sides? Candace is always telling people she's about that action. And when you get that action you ask for, so part of me thinks the real emotional trauma is losing the fight. Hashtag Real Housewives of Potomac. Then she said, oh, my fault. I went out of order. The first tweet was, my guilty pleasure this summer watch is Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm finally at the season 5 reunion where Monique bought the binder. Here's what I'm not understanding about their fight. When you dare someone to drag you and then they do exactly what you asked, how is that an attack? Then someone said, come on now, words and fists are two different things. Jemele says, yes and no. If my words are about the fact that I'm ready to fight, then that's different. Candace made it seem like she was ready for the get down, and clearly she wasn't. And then the next tweet was, clearly grown women fighting is a terrible look, but it's blame on both sides. Candace is always telling people she's about that action. Then you get that action you asked for. Part of me thinks the real emotional trauma is losing the fight. So Candace posted, message you on IG since you're too chicken shit to have your Twitter DMs on. Y'all, she don't want that. I don't think Candace Dillard want Jemele Hill. I don't know if y'all know about Jemele Hill, but Jemele Hill is lethal. And I don't think she want that. I just don't think that's what she want. Now Jemele gets on my nerves, but she hit the nail on the head with this one. Lord, oddly enough, Candace might fit in perfectly with the other two crazies. Well, Candace Queen gonna throw some lettuce at her. Wrong road. Jemele will hurt Candace's feelings. Listen. And this is what I'm gonna say about it at this point. Candace, again, people are gonna have their opinions. You can't be mad at everybody who feels like you had some part of that. You just can't fight everybody. You can't be mad at everybody. You can't fight everybody. People are going to have their opinion. And all she's saying is, listen, I am binge watching this show and this is how I feel. Yes, I'm a year late, but I literally just told you that I just started watching the show. But I have opinions. And whether you agree with them or not, they are her opinions. You can't be in everybody's inbox that disagree with you, girl. Let it go. Candace's mouth is foul and lethal. I think she can match her. I don't know. I want Jemele Hill and Kari Champion to devote a whole episode of their show to Dragon Candace. Listen, El Teddy, if they do, please send me the link. That is all. Please and thank you. Candace need to work on that Kleenex sponsorship. Even Dorothy think Candace is crazy, her own mama. Hey, Dummy. Dummy! Dummy, where have you been? I have been worried about you. I have been missing you. El Teddy and I talked about you. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Oh, kisses, kisses, kisses. I'm so glad to see you. They can add Kaya. El Teddy, I think I got a troll, baby. And you can take care of that. Appreciate it. So that's what the girls is fighting, child. She definitely don't want none of Jemele Hill. Yeah, I don't think she want that. Yeah, I don't think she want that. Dorothy literally whooped Candace's ass for the same reason Monique did. Her mama did slap her across the face with that damn purse, honey. She did. She did. I'm sure El Teddy gonna take care of it. I think Abby is at church now, so I don't know if she and little baby. I got 3 mods in the room. Somebody will take care of it. If not, I'll get it. Yes, honey. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that one because I want to see if and when Jemele responds. I'm here for all of it. I don't understand either. I don't understand the need to have to respond, especially again. That was a year ago, girl. Everybody ain't gonna agree with you. It is what it is. Everybody just ain't gonna agree with you. Let it go. Let it go. Hey, Miss Trisha, how you doing? Excuse me. All right. Last but not least, and this ain't even important because we don't really care that much. Wendy has identified that Robyn is a liar. Remember, Robyn came out last week and tried to say that she didn't know nothing about the Wendy rumor and that she didn't know nothing about the Wendy rumor about her husband and that they had edited that conversation between her and Giselle. And even when Wendy brought it up, when Wendy was cussing all of them out and Robyn was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about no rumor. Well, baby, Wendy done pulled out her receipts and showed text messages between her and Robyn talking about the blog and the rumor and whether Wendy would be able to sue or not. Now listen, it's not even that deep because I don't think anybody really put a whole lot of weight into Robyn not being a liar. But the fact that you make it so easy for somebody to prove that you're a liar just shows me that you're just not a good liar. Like, I think people really need to remember that text messages just don't die. Like, some people never delete their text messages. Like, I need people to understand that some things just never die. And you need to just stop. Skin too thin and the eagle too big. I know that's right. I like that. Skin too thin and the eagle too big. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, Robyn, you literally said that production set you up. And then Wendy very nicely went into her phone, scrolled back to a conversation between the two of y'all from months ago when the rumor first hit the blogs. And you are literally in her text messages talking about, girl, can we sue them? Can you believe what they said about Eddie? Did you forget? Did you forget you sent that text, Robyn? That's what you forgot. You forgot you had sent that text out, girl. I said, y'all are, listen, I'm going to need y'all to stop. I'm going to just need y'all to stop. Robyn is a waste of airtime. Child. Damn it. I don't know. All I know is a scholar is her replacement. And she better thank Monique for being able to build that deck on the back of her house and giving her an extra year of a paycheck, because she sure was gonna get fired until Monique quit, honey. Baby, baby. But anyway, Robyn too sleepy to remember all the details of her comings and goings. Child, child. I don't know, honey. I thought a scholar is Candace's replacement. I'm confused. Child, Candace ain't going nowhere. Mm-mm. Well, that's me saying a scholar is Robyn's replacement. I don't know what Bravo's doing, but Candace ain't going nowhere. Can't listen, Candace, unless they fire Candace, and I don't think they will. I think Candace is going to get him something this year, because if you saw the mid-season trailer, Candace and her husband get into some shenanigans later on this season. So I think Candace is going to get him enough that she get to keep her job next year. I think she will. I think Robyn is the one I need to worry about not keeping her job, and I think Mia may be a one and done, because they keep catching her ass in lies, child. Oh Lord, y'all just insist. Excuse me, y'all just insist on putting them together, Lord. Y'all insist on putting Giselle and Robyn in a relationship. Ah, Lord have mercy. Y'all insist. Yep. Robyn was your. I did like Robyn season 1. I absolutely did. I did too. I really did. Um, like that. Sleepy or self medicated? Probably sleepy. Probably sleepy. I had to get up this morning. So, all right, I'm gonna tell y'all this before I get out of here. So, y'all know my main computer isn't working. So the tech came out today. So the tech, they were supposed to be here between. Well, first they were supposed to be here tomorrow, and I was gonna have them go to. So what happened was, because they had originally made my appointment for Friday. I had them going to my mother's house. So my mother was going to be home. I was going to be at work tomorrow. So they originally was going to go to my mama's house. So then they sent me a text message yesterday saying that all of their technicians were busy. They apologized for the inconvenience, but they were going to try to get me scheduled as soon as possible. So I was like, okay, maybe that'll be sometime next week. It's whatever. So then they sent me a text message this morning. Was it this morning? It might have been late last night. It may have been last night. But saying that they were going to be there today between 1 and 3. And I was like, shit. So I was like, I'm glad that they're coming early, but now, because I didn't want to call back and change nothing. Because I was scared if I called back and changed the address. First, I was scared they was going to have me on hold forever to get to somebody to change the address. And then I was worried about them screwing it up. So I said, forget it. I said, I'll just go over my parents' house. I'll just get, so I can go there by 1 o'clock. Child, they sent me a text message at like 8 o'clock this morning saying, we'll be there between 11 and 12. I said, fuck, 11 and 12. So then I said, well, I need to get up. No, 10 and 11. It was between 10 and 11. I said, well, shit, I need to get up, because I got to get up, take a shower, get dressed, and get to my parents' house. So I did that. While I'm getting dressed, the dude calls me and he's like, yeah, I'm on my way now. He was leaving Baltimore. and he was on his way to my parents' house. I was like, so the good news is they fixed the screen, but they still didn't fix the sound issues. So when I called them, I told them that the sound was messed up, that I was having sound issues. Um, so when the guy got there today, he fixed the screen. He said, well, they didn't tell me anything about the sound. He said, you need a new fan. He said, and I said, the fan is going to make a difference with my sound? I didn't know how one was connected with the other, but okay. He was like, yeah. He said, you need a new fan, whatever. He was explaining it to me. And I'm not trying to sound ignorant, but he had a very heavy accent. I understand nothing he was saying. All I understood him saying was, they didn't tell me that's what you needed, so I didn't bring everything I needed. He was like, yeah, so you got to call them back and schedule another appointment. So I'm still not using my computer because I tried to use it earlier and I listened to the sound and I was like, this sound is just so horrible. And I hate the fact that because that computer, I got spoiled getting on my old computer. I mean, on my new computer again, I got spoiled because it moves so fast compared to this. I said, damn it. So I got to call them. That's probably what I'll be doing tomorrow instead of paying attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know about it overheating, but I don't understand what that has to do with the sound. Because the fan comes on, but it comes on at weird times and it stays on a long, like that fan will come on and stay on, and I'm not even using the computer and it'll be on. And I'm like, I'm not even using it. So I don't know what's going on with the fan, but I still don't understand how the fan is connected to my sound. Like, I don't understand how one's connected to the other. So I mean, I've had the computer too long to send back at this point, but it is still under warranty. So I guess I'll just keep calling until they get it right. So what kind of sound is it? Well, y'all know it sounds like to me at least, it sounds like I'm in a empty room. It sounds echoey. You know what I mean? It sounds like I'm literally sitting in a room with nothing. It's just, to me, it's just a really bad sound. Electrical interference? I don't know. That's what it is. It's a gaming computer. That's exactly what it is, Zap Allen. Everybody told me to get a gaming computer, so that's what I got. I got a gaming computer. But I had them put a quiet fan installed so I never hear my fan. Yeah, I don't know. The fan part doesn't bother me though. It's the sound when I'm recording. Y'all have heard it. Go listen to some of my videos from a couple of months ago when people used to always leave comments under my videos. Oh, your sound is messed up. Your sound is messed up. Y'all know what my sound used to sound like. And I never understood what the problem was. Is the computer new? Yeah. In computer years, it's not new anymore, I guess, because it's over a year old. But yeah, it's relatively new. It's a lot newer than this computer I'm on right now. But the sound is just really, really off. Gaming computers are a funny thing. Yeah, everybody told me get a gaming computer because it moves. The processing is so much faster and it's got so much storage. And so I listened to what everybody told me to do, honey. I went and got a gaming computer, and like I said, that thing been giving me problems. Not since I got it, but I've just. Ugh. It's nothing worse than paying money for something and not being happy with what you got. The Capitol Police shooter is black. What Capitol Police shooter? I don't even know what you're talking about. Capitol Police shooter. Gaming computers are overpriced. Well, this one definitely was expensive. It wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't as much as a Mac, but it wasn't cheap either. I heard a little sound in the Lover and Friends video. Yeah, I heard it too. When I listened back, I heard it too. I said, damn it. I did. I heard it too. But yeah, so I had my computer back, but I gotta call them tomorrow to set up another appointment for them to fix the sound. And I don't know what happened was, I did have a friend of mine look at it, and he said that I don't have a sound card. A sound card. You could have fronted me your corporate discount. Well, I'll let you know next time, because if they can't get this fixed, I'm just gonna have to buy a new one, because I I can't keep doing this. I love this. Thank you, baby. Thank you for being here. But Now, what my computer guy told me is that he can put some sort of new processor on this and it'll speed this one up. But this one is so old. He said it won't cost him. He said he'll do it for like $40, $50. So I can invest $40, $50. But you know, um, but that computer ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's not old. It's not even. It's barely a year old. I got it last May, so it's a year and a couple of months old. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's Adele. Hey, C Golden, thank you so much. I got your package. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you for your support. Well, Cams, I might be reaching out to you, honey, because I might need your corporate discount, baby. Because if they can't get this sound fixed, and I might have to just bite the bullet and get another damn computer and just sell that one to a gamer, somebody that I know that's a big gamer, and just sell it to them. Because again, it's not that old, and I don't use it for anything other than this. Like I don't do gaming and stuff on it. I do YouTube and basic because I really don't even do a lot of schoolwork on it. I usually use my work computer to do schoolwork. So I really don't use it for a lot. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so hopefully they can get that fixed because it's like I said, he said something about the fan, honey. So hopefully that's what the fan is. And then Dell's service and product are trash these days. Child. I learned the hard way, honey. I learned the hard way. Because hopefully we got that. And then I have like I said, my guy told me that it didn't have a sound card or something. Trying to wait for the next big holiday sale. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, the main reason why I bought a new computer when I bought it is because this one was starting to move so slow. And it's older. Like this computer is old. Knock on wood, baby. You still working. Thank you so much for working for me. But it's really old. Like in computer years, it is ancient. But if my computer guy think that he can put a new processor on it and speed it up, listen, I'm all down for it, okay? My son's gaming computer is so fast. Listen, it's fast as hell. Now I can't front on that. That thing goes zoop, 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 zoop. It's just the sound of those videos. The videos just, at least to me. Now y'all have said, oh, the sound, it don't sound that bad. It don't sound that bad. But to me, compared to I guess this, it sounds really bad to me. The sound is bad to me. Like I said, it literally sounds like I'm sitting in an empty room. It sounds like I'm in a room with no furniture or nothing, and it's just echoing off the walls. That's what it sounds like to me when I hear when I hear it. That's what it sounds like to me. Let him patch it up. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna do that. But I was really waiting until the Dell. I keep pointing because the computer's right there behind me. But I was waiting for the Dell guy to I was hoping he would fix it up. But I'll probably give him a call tomorrow because he's good. He's been working on my computers for years. Like I've had him years. He's taken care of me years. Yeah, and remember when y'all told me, y'all were like, y'all said y'all like the video, y'all like the picture on it and everything. Y'all like everything better on this one. And because I was like, well, shit, I ain't even had to get a new computer. I said, so if he can speed this up and make it move faster, then I'm absolutely here for it. I'm definitely here for it if he can make this one move faster, child. Microsoft Surface Studio. Oh, I would recommend a Microsoft Surface Pro if you're willing to spend a few mortgage payments on a computer. Yeah, I'm not. Not today, not right now. But thank you, Sims. But not today, baby. No, 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 no. Well, let me get ready to get off of here. Y'all make sure y'all go check out El Teddy's interview. And if you guys watched Lovers and Friends, YB Entertainment, YouTube, our Justice League member, he is interviewing Dennis this evening. I think it started at 7. He is interviewing Dennis. So y'all go over there and check him out. And y'all make sure y'all check out El Teddy's interview he did today with the stars of David Makes Man. Thank you for those who have donated to my classroom. If you want to donate, the link is at the top of is pinned to the top. Um, and other than that, thank you guys so much for being here. Mwah, appreciate it.